What up? What up? What up? What up? What up, y'all? What's going down? What's going on? It's your girl, Sean Taylor, coming to you with some homeschool coaching, right? Some homeschool Q&A, y'all. Listen, bear with me. Literally before I started going live, I started having a little sneeze attack, right? Having a little sneeze attack or whatever, okay? So anyway, I hope everybody is having an absolutely wonderful Monday. It has been exhausting for me, to be very honest with you. I barely slept last night. Hey, is it Mona? Is that how you pronounce it? I did not sleep well at all last night. I think I was up till like somewhere around 2 o'clock in the morning, and then got my day started at 7. And I have been running ever since. And so I caught a quick nap, real quick, literally 45 minutes, and then I came on live. All right. Hey, Jaquithia, hashtag Guru Click. Hey, girl. Hey. Yes, Mona. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me, Mona. It's glad to see you here. Hey, Kelly. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, Camille. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, Black Doll Magic on Instagram. Thank you so much for joining me. Now, listen, do me a favor. Everybody that's in here, I need you to share. I'm going to go do the same. I should have done it before I started, but your girl didn't. But do me a favor. Share. Let's get some people in here. Let's get some people in the room. We are having homeschooling Q&A. You may ask any and everything pertaining to homeschooling. So whether that is homeschool and marriage, homeschool and working, homeschool and not losing your mind, whatever it is that you would like to ask, you are more than welcome to ask. Let me get this shared out into some groups, of course. Y'all, something got me, child. I think those fall allergies are acting up there. Let's see. But y'all come on in here and say, hey, what's up? I'm going to share one more time, and then I am all yours. Okay, I'm all yours. Thank you so much for the share. I don't know who that was that just shared, but I do see it says that one person shared. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, so listen, let's get started. All right, we're not going to be here long. Actually, we're probably going to be here about 30 or 45 minutes. But I wanted to come on here and do what we do, right? Every Monday and Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, we come on here and we get some free homeschool coaching, right? Because we're all in this journey. And sometimes it's a matter of just making sure that you're not insane and that you're not alone, right? That there are other people going through what you're going through. And so you guys are more than welcome to ask whatever question that you want to ask. But I'm going to start personally with a question that was sent to me. And the question asked, basically, the question was saying that the curriculum, they were wondering if it was a curriculum was a problem for them because they were struggling so hard when it came to homeschooling. So basically, they were asking, what do I do if I purchase this curriculum? So this person purchased a curriculum, and the curriculum was worth a lot of money, like a mortgage payment. It was $1,200 plus, depending upon where you live in the United States. That may be a mortgage payment. But she purchased a, hold on, y'all, I'm getting cold. She purchased a curriculum. It's an all in one box curriculum. And she had high hopes for it, and it is no longer working. Okay. And so she just flat out asked me, what do I do when I have purchased that curriculum and it's not working out for our family? Like, it's making us miserable. Well, the fact of the matter is this. Okay. Let's just go back to what I said last week. Homeschooling should not be miserable. Okay. There will be miserable days. There will be days that suck. There will be rough days. There will be days that you're exhausted and tired. There will be days that your kids aren't here for it. There will be days that where you're not here for it, right? But in no way, shape, form, or fashion should homeschooling suck completely. Like, you are just completely miserable. That should not be happening. And a part of that could be your curriculum, right? It could be the curriculum that you're choosing. We all buy these curriculums. We do our research. We're thinking it's going to be great. But then when we get it home and we see it and we do what we need to do, we realize that it's not exactly what we thought it was, or we realize that it doesn't fit our family. And so the question is, again, what to do when the curriculum sucks. I'm going to tell you flat out, you get rid of it. Okay. You do not stick yourself with a curriculum just because you paid $1,200 for it and keep having a miserable time or are unable to enjoy homeschool. It's almost like if you are reading a book, say you like to read books, I like to read. Say you're reading a book and the book, you read chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and you're like, nah, this is not good. So then you put the book back on the shelf, right? Or you go take it back to the library. You don't continue to read the book. Maybe sometimes you do because you want to see maybe it'll get better in the middle. But you don't continue to beat yourself over the head with the same book when you know that it's not working for you, when you know that it's not fitting your lifestyle. And so if that's you, if that's what you are going through in this homeschooling journey, the curriculum is not fitting you, get rid of it. Okay. And what I do is I buy curriculum. I ask my kids not to write in the books. Like typically I make copies or they have a spiral notebook that they use, but I ask them not to write in the books or the workbooks. And I either give them away to somebody who needs the curriculum, who really needs help, or I sell them, right? I sell them at a cheaper price. Okay. So I personally do not continue to use the curriculum that does not fit my family. And so I'm going to suggest the same thing for you. If it's not working for you, if it's not, if it's stressing you guys out, if there's too much prep time, if it's giving you information that you don't agree with, anything like that, then get rid of it. Don't continue to use the curriculum just because you paid for it. And I know that that can be frustrating, and I'm here with you, right? There are times I have a math book right now. I told you my kids, we have been using Learn Math Fast for years, right? Learn Math Fast is absolutely amazing. It's a great curriculum, but it's very straightforward. It's black and white, right? Do this, do that. There are really no pictures. There are diagrams and all that, but it's black and white. My kids wanted somebody to teach them basically this year instead of the reading the lesson and doing the lesson. They wanted to be taught. We went with Khan Academy for a little bit, and I thought we could do both Learn Math Fast and a little bit of Khan Academy, but I didn't like how that worked. It was just a bunch going on over there on a Khan Academy. And so we didn't like Khan Academy. So then we started researching other curriculums. We went to master books. We looked at master books, and I actually purchased a master book. And this time, because I thought it was amazing, I let my kid write in it. And I was like, go ahead and write in it. It's your workbook. It's going to be great. We got into it like lesson 10, lesson 15, somewhere around there. And it just wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. And I was using more of my personal time to help him with it. And I know that may sound selfish because we're supposed to be homeschooling, but there are certain assignments and certain things that we do. They're supposed to be independent in our house. And math is one of those things that's supposed to be independent, or I'm supposed to be outsourcing it to somebody who can help them. And so with that said, I had to pull that because I was like, I'm spending too much time. It's not independent. I'm teaching you the lesson. And it was basic. It wasn't like anything like calculus or anything like that. It was basic math. I was spending too much teaching him the lesson, and then he would go and do the worksheet, but then I would have to go back and teach him again. And so that was not working for us. I shouldn't have to teach the same lesson multiple times because it's not giving the information that he needs. Like the way he was learning it, it wasn't working for him. So I have a whole master book that we only did 15 lessons on that's sitting there. That's a waste of money. I don't care. We're done with it. It's not working for him. He's getting frustrated. I'm getting frustrated. We're done with that book. And I'm not knocking master books. What I'm saying to you is that it just doesn't work for my son. So we decided to do teaching textbooks. Teaching textbooks has worked great. I'm going to say that it is ranked right up there with Learn Math Fast for my kids. They enjoy it. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's not even a little bit more expensive because Learn Math Fast books are like $50 a book, right? Or so, anywhere depending upon there. But it's the same set of books for all three kids. So I would say they're right about the same price when you do it all together, the total. I guess the only difference is that teaching textbook is only for the year. Y'all, excuse me. Hold on one second. So thank you. Excuse me. So they're doing teaching textbooks. Teaching textbooks works for us. So it's a digital thing. They log onto their computer, the iPad, the Chromebook, the laptop, whatever it is they want to log on to. They can even do it on their phone if we're on the go. And it teaches them a lesson. It gives them a video. It gives them examples to try and do and complete. And then it gives them a lesson to answer the questions. That is working out perfectly for me. So I am a full believer in, if the curriculum is not working, don't stick with it. Don't stress yourself out. Don't make yourself anxious. Don't make your child anxious. Don't make them miserable, right? Because the fact of the matter is, a lot of the stuff, if you're like my kids, and my one particular kid, I'm not gonna say he doesn't enjoy math, but he's like, I don't want to do this. Like, what is the purpose of this? I know how to add, I know how to subtract. I don't need to do anything else. And so if it comes down to it, he's like, I don't want to do it. Why are you making me do it? And for me, it's like, okay, I know this particular kid wants to go to college. He's going to need that upper level math. So son, you're going to have to do this math. He wants a scholarship. He wants all this. He wants to do all that. So he's going to need math. My other kid who decided that he doesn't want to go to college, we're going to try to do something else with him. But he has the basics as far as that's concerned. He's still doing math though, but he has the basics as far as that's concerned. So it's just a decision that you have to make when you are educating your children. Okay. Kelly says, is that what you use for social studies too? No, Kelly. So y'all know how I feel about social studies. Hey, Straight Tonic, thank you so much for joining me. Y'all know how I feel about social studies. I am sick and tired of giving or getting information that is incorrect. I am sick and tired of getting information from the victor standpoint, who makes everybody else seem like either the devil, or seem like they're poor, or seem like they needed to be rescued. And so let's go rescue a bunch of people. Like, I am sick of that. So what we have done is we're doing book studies. Now, if it comes down to like the social aspect things, the actual social studies, community, all that stuff, the government, all that stuff, we'll do different. They did take an American government class through a teacher, but it's very different. So we do book studies when it comes to history. Okay. We do not use a curriculum. I refuse to use a curriculum. It is taxing. It's just emotionally exhausting to use a curriculum that pretty much paints themselves as a savior for any and everybody else that doesn't agree with them or did not agree with them. And I'm through with it. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Okay. And that's the only thing I can really say about that without going into too much. Okay. Hopefully that answered your question, Kelly. Let me know if it didn't. Mona says, how do you keep the boys motivated? Okay. So Mona, I'm going to be honest with you. They're boys. And I try to do stuff that is centered around their interests, the things that they like to do. I try to do lots of hands-on things when it comes to the boys. The best thing that we have done recently is physics. We are doing a physics class and my boys love it. And part of them loving the physics classes, there are actually experiments that they're doing weekly. So yes, there's reading. Yes, there's assignments. Yes, they have to write. There's even a little piece after where they have to write like a paragraph or so of what happened. They have to write down everything basically. So they're doing it. They're doing lots of reading. They have to watch a video, all that stuff. The experiments is what is blessing us right now. It's right there that is making us great. Okay. Making us great as far as that's concerned. Hey, Blessings. Thank you so much for joining me. Kelly said, yes. Oh gosh, there's a YouTuber on spammer that's spamming me. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can get to it. I need some help. I'm not going to lie to you. All right. I just blocked them. Okay. Y'all YouTubers, they come on here and they tear me up. I'm not going to lie to you. They come on here and they do some mess. I just blocked them, but we're good to go. Okay. So boys are, back to what you were saying, Mona. Boys are I don't want to say difficult, but it's just, they are different. And the thing is that for my boys, a lot of them ask questions like, why do I need to learn this? And it's a legit concern. Like, it's legit. Like, why do I need to do that? It's like, I kind of can't answer that for you. You just do, get it done. But sometimes I can, right? Let's see. How do you teach your younger toddler who has trouble focusing? Okay, so Mona, remember that when they're young like that, when they're little, they're not necessarily going to have trouble focusing, but they are attracted to any and everything, right? So their attention span in general, when they're that age, is very short, okay? And so I would try to do short lessons with the toddler, lots of play, right? Learning via play. So instead of us just working on our letters, I talked to a client earlier, probably this month earlier, about this. No, that's not true. It was the end of September. But you want to do lots of learning via play. Okay, so you want to get in there, and instead of just learning how to write the letter E, you're finding different ways to like write the letter E, whether it is with chalk, or whether it is with not bubbles, but with shaving cream, or you want to do different things to make it fun for them. Okay, so just remember that when they're toddlers like that, their attention span in general is short, and it's just because there's so much to look at, right? They notice everything. Ooh, look at that. What's that? Where's that? Ooh, do you see that? Like, they literally are all over the place, taking in everything around them. Okay, let me know if that helped you out, Mona. Let's see, it is a minute or two. Okay, so his attention span is a minute or two. Mona, how old is he? You're saying toddler, so is he like 2? Is he 3? Is he 1? Like, how old is he? Okay. Thank you so much for the hearts, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you so much on Instagram. You guys are amazing. Thank you. And it's Straight Tonic. Thank you so much, Straight Tonic. I appreciate you. Okay, so 4. So Mona says her baby is 4 and she's having trouble getting him focused. I would again remember that you want short lessons, right? So maybe 5-minute lessons at the most. And that doesn't mean that you're only doing school for 5 minutes a day. You're doing lessons. So math, for this, we're going to do reading. We're going to work on reading for 5 minutes right now, and then maybe we'll come back later and we'll work on reading for another 5 minutes later on in the day. Okay. And so what I would say is reward systems. I showed you guys my timer, and I think I put it back after that, but timers work well. There's a timer where you can turn it and it turns red as to how much time they have, and then as it gets smaller, it buzzes and all that good stuff. So timers, reward systems. Okay, so if you get this done by this time, or if you finish, or you stay focused for 5 minutes, then you can have this time. You can go do this, or you can go do that, or you can have this treat, or whatever the case may be. Okay, let me know if that helped you, Mona. Hey, Cindy. Hey, girl. Hey. Okay, good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Kelly says ABC Mouse worked well, really well for my kids when they were younger. Yeah, those type of things, those type of activities. ABC Mouse. What's that other one? It's an elephant something. I can't think of what it is. Y'all, my sinuses are draining like crazy. Yeah, but there are all type of apps and different things that you can use to help your baby, right? So you can do 5 or 10 minutes, at a time on that. And then there's different apps again that you can use where they think that they're just playing a game, but they are actually learning. There is a whole entire Minecraft curriculum. Let me see if I can find it. But there's a whole entire Minecraft. So if they're interested in those type of things, I would try those to see if they work. There is an actual, and let's see if I can find it, child. Minecraft thing. And that's another thing too. A lot of people do fun based learning, and I don't want to say it like that, but it's Thinking Tree books are a really good resource. These are pretty cool. I'm going to put the link in here for you. So you're doing something different than normal. Let me see. Those are really nice. Okay. It's like a do yourself type curriculum, journaling, all that kind of stuff. So you can try those. And then there is an actual Minecraft, like education or something. Hold on, y'all. Stacia says, "Hi, I'm so happy I finally caught you live. I always forget. You're the best, and I appreciate you and your books." Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining me. Every Monday and Wednesday, y'all set your reminder. Your girl's here every Monday and Wednesday, okay? And if you're not in my group, Homeschooling with Sean, I would suggest that you join that as well. And the reason why I say that is because I go live in there as well. Now, I don't go live as much as I used to, but I'm starting to do it more. And like yesterday, I did a live in the group, and I taught them how to make digital worksheets in a different way without using Google Forms. Okay, so here's the Minecraft education. This link, you can check that out as well. But you want to find things that are going to interest them and make them basically help them enjoy whatever it is that they want to enjoy. Okay. Kelly says, we did 10 minutes a day with ABC Mouse. Yeah, 10 minutes a day. That seems a little, and this is me. If I was doing it and my kids were younger, I would probably do it a couple of times a day. I wouldn't necessarily just do 10 minutes a day. But again, that's my homeschooling journey. And right now I'm speaking, but I have a 11 and a 15 and a 17-year-old. So yeah, I can say that now, but I don't have a toddler. And so I don't know, my toddler may not want to do it like that. Like I may have to do a whole nother ball game. But when they're young, again, just remember lots of learning via play. Okay, lots of learning via play. Whether it's you want to learn how to count, why don't y'all go outside and create a hopscotch, and then you learn how to count that way. Or you can do a path with hopscotch with the chalk, right? Or you can do a path with the chalk and like a maze type situation. Find different ways to incorporate fun, especially when they're young, in your homeschooling journey. What makes them enjoy it? Like what makes them laugh? What makes them have fun? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. The older you get, you develop these lessons, y'all. This is my kids, right? Let's see. Are you in New York City? No, I am not in New York City. I am actually in Texas. I'm in North Texas. But you can ask whatever questions that you want to ask as far as that's concerned. But a lot of people, what was I saying? Oh, kids, y'all, this is my kids. And I know I'm not the only one. They're older now. I will spend hours creating a lesson and I'll be like, oh my gosh, this is going to be bomb. Like my kids are going to love this lesson. I spent so many hours. I got so many aspects to it. I've got this. I can do this. I can do that. I can do this. I can do that. Like I literally sit there playing and I'm excited about it. Spend hours planning it, and then I take it to my kids, and one of two things happens. My kids are like, girl, this is boring, first of all. Second of all, we're already done. Okay. And so they're not excited about all the work that I've put into my lessons. And that happens if they get to, the teenage years, because they just want to get their stuff done. They don't want all that extra added stuff. Okay. So you're not alone is what I'm telling you. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Okay. Hey, Sonia. Sonia says, I study probably more than the kids at this point. That is absolutely 100% true. A lot of people don't realize that we are learning along with our kids. That's the thing. Okay. So a lot of people think when it comes down to homeschooling, that you have to know the information beforehand. Like you have to be an actual educator, a professional teacher. Like that's your job. Okay. But the fact of the matter is that it doesn't have to work that way. Okay. You learn right alongside with them. So if they say they want to learn something, or you have a lesson that you want to teach them, you are literally learning right along with them. It's not you go learn everything. So it's not like a profession like teaching where you go learn the stuff and then you bring it back to them years later. It's literally you sitting there saying, okay, we're learning this week. Let me sit down and read it. Let me sit down and be prepared for it. Okay. Just to let you know. Okay. We learn with our kids. We're not necessarily a professional teacher. Some of us are professional teachers, right? That chose to homeschool, but that's not necessarily how it works for everybody. Okay. LVZN in New York City says, how do you feel about time for learning? Time for learning is great. What I will say to you is that for us, it was a little kitty. Again, I have an 11-year-old, a 15-year-old, and a 17-year-old. They didn't like it too much, but it may work for your child. So what I will say to you is at one point, they were doing 2-week free trials. I don't know if they're still doing them because of COVID and taking advantage of the circumstances, right? So they may not be allowing the 2-week, the trial period. But what I will say to you is try it out. Okay. And when I say try it out, don't try it out for a week. Don't try it out for just a 2 week. Try it out for a month and see if it works for you. And if it does work for you, then continue to use it. But Time for Learning is a great resource, a good way to educate your children. Okay. You just have to see if it works for you. Hey, Shell. Hey, Shawanda. Thank y'all so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Mona says, that's my boys. Yeah, child and boys, they tear you up. They tear you up. Let's see. Kelly says, so true. Yeah, we learn with them. Sonia says, I put my soul into this. I'd say even harder than I did my actual college career. Yes. You're literally your heart and your soul, right? Because you want to get it right. Like, this is how I feel. And I'm just going to be honest with you. And this is I'm going to give you the conversation that I had with myself last night. If you know how I plan plug your ears or whatever, but I'll show you how I plan. I have a broad plan of what we're going to do throughout the year. Then I have a 6-week plan about what we're going to do for the 6 weeks. Then on the week, I actually plan during the week. So every Sunday or during the weekends, I plan for the next week. The reason why I do that is because I want to make sure that my kids fully understood the concept that I was teaching last week, and make sure that we don't need to review or go over something like that again. Because what I found when I waited too long to review what they were doing was that some of the stuff they didn't know, they didn't understand, and we kept going forward. And so we had to go all the way back to make sure they understood it. So I started doing it weekly. Okay. So Sunday night, right? I'm sitting down yesterday and I'm planning for my kids. And this is literally the pep talk. It's a pep talk I'm giving myself. Sean, you can't mess this up. Like, this is all on your shoulders. You got to get it together. You got to have this. Like, you got to do this like that. Y'all, that was a conversation that I had. Their education is on your shoulders. If they go into the world and they don't understand how to do certain things, folks are going to think that you did not educate them properly. Girl, you better get it together. Like, you can't mess this up. You can't mess this up. And so that's the type of conversation that I have with myself. Just want to let you know, because I want you to know that you're not alone. Okay. What about fine motor skills? Okay. Those busy boxes, you can do the big plastic type tweezer type things where you have them go. So what I would do is, and I like this one. You get like a plastic bin, you can get it at a Dollar Tree, dollar store, something like that. And then those little pom-poms, right? Something that maybe they would not put in their mouth. Well, the baby's 4, so maybe it'll be okay. But the little pom-poms in the different colors, and have them get the big plastic tweezers, and grab the tweezers and move the same color. Say, okay, I want you to move all the red balls or pom-poms out of the bin and onto the table. So they sit there and start working as they work the tweezers, moving them from one place to the other. Okay. So see if that works. Different activities like that. Okay, Mona? Let's see. You're welcome. Straight Tonic says, agree. Such a true statement. What curriculum would you recommend for 8th and 10th grade? Okay, so I can't necessarily recommend an actual curriculum. And the reason why is because if you follow me for a while, then you know how I feel about that. It's important for you to find out their learning style. It's important for you to find out what your goals are for homeschooling, what you're trying to have done. And it's important to find a curriculum that fits your lifestyle. So say, for instance, I'm going to use Abeka, which is a great curriculum. I'm not dogging it at all, but Abeka does an accredited program. So Abeka does it where you administer all of the work, they watch videos, they do all that stuff, but you grade their stuff, and then you send it to them for them to do the grading and the report card, all that kind of stuff. And so for us, our lifestyle, that would not fit, because they expect their child, it's basically school at home. They expect your child to be in class every day, completing their work, turning in their work like it's supposed to be turned in. So that wouldn't work for our lifestyle. So that would be me shooting myself in the foot. And so some things that you want to look for are what's going to fit best for you and your family. Okay. Straight Tonic says, I find Montessori resources are great for the motor school skills. There you go. Okay, Mona, check out Montessori. And did I say it right? Montessori. I always say it wrong. I don't know. Montessori resources for the motor skills. There you go. Okay, Mona. Kelly says, for my kids 6 and 8, time for learning is working well, except it's social studies module, child. Social studies. But there you go. So there is an option for time for learning. I told you it worked. It was a little too kiddie for us. Kelly says it works great for her babies. Her babies are 6 and 8. So there you go. There's somebody else giving you some information. Hey, D Burns. Hey, Destiny Burns. She said, yes, learning styles are important. Yes, they are absolutely important. You have to know how your child learns. You have to. Okay. Shaquithia says, my youngest 2 kids are 8 and 6. We use 8 and 6 with a D. My youngest 2 kids are 8 and 6. We used time for learning for a little bit, and we didn't care for certain aspects of it either. Yeah, it just depends on you, right? So what I'm going to say is give yourself an opportunity to try it, to see if it works, to just check it out, right? It may work for you. It may not work for you. It may be one of those things where this is like God sent, right? Or it may be one of those things where it's like, child, they could have kept this. Like, check it out and see. And here's the thing, I tell you guys all the time, right? Especially, and this is one of the things I talked about in my conference. I can give you all the information. I can pull all the resources I have. I can bring people in on the table. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about things. But when it comes down to homeschooling, you have to kind of pick and choose what's going to work best for you and your family. You can't just, because I'm saying, time for learning did work for us, doesn't mean that it's not going to work for you. It may be perfect. As look at Kelly. Kelly says it's great. We're good, fam. And so you have to take that information and do your own personal research and see how it goes as far as that's concerned. Okay. Mona says, thank you there, Straight Tonic, for your Montessori information. Okay. All right. So listen, you got me for another 10 minutes. Does anybody have any questions about homeschooling, y'all? I've got some great things coming. Thank you so much for the hearts once again. I've got some great things coming for you guys. Y'all stay tuned. I've got something coming in January. It's going to be great. It's going to be huge, and it's going to be free, right? It's not going to be something that you'll have to pay for. All you have to do is sign up and show you behind, right? Be there. That's all you have to do is be there to get what you need. I'm excited about it. It's going to be great. Let's see. I can't think of anything else I need to tell you, ask, or comments or concerns or anything like that. I don't think so. I don't think I have anything for you. But listen, I will be back again on Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Do your girl a favor, right? She's out here in these homeschool streets doing a darn thing, right? She's out here helping you succeed. Help me succeed, right? All I need for you to do is share, like, and comment, right? If the replays, whatever it is you're going to do, just share it, right? Let's get some people in the room. IlVZN says, any advice on filling out the IHIP in New York City? I don't know what that is. Is that the petition to actually homeschool, or is that the what you call it, not the reviewer, the portfolio type situation? What is that? I can research that for you and get back to you. I don't have a problem with that. I'm big on that. I'm big on saying I don't know and then looking it up for you. Right? I just know that New York is one of those states. The East Coast in general is one of those places that's not easy to work with. Or I would say it's not homeschooler friendly. Like Texas is homeschooler friendly. Literally, we do what we want. Okay. So yeah, I will look that up for you for sure. I have no issues with that. But listen, guys, I am going to jump off of here. Y'all have an absolutely wonderful Monday. It's been great talking to you guys. It's been a brightening of my day. My day has been long and trying, but I am so glad that you're here. I will be here again on contact. This is my email. Oh, hey, you're welcome. Let's see. Mona says, tell her to contact me. This is my email. Once she puts it up, I will put the email in there. I will send it to, as a matter of fact, do me a favor. Send me a DM and Instagram so that I can respond to you with her email address and you guys can contact. Mona says she is in New York and she can help you out. Okay. So send me a DM and I will send you her email address and you guys can connect up with each other and get that solved for me. Do that for me and I'll get you in there. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for that, Mona. That's amazing, guys. That is amazing. You have a great night too. Okay, so listen, I'm gonna jump off of here. Y'all have been a blessing to me. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't know. I appreciate you every single day. I work hard for you guys. I will see you again on Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you have not joined my free Facebook group, go join my group. There's some good things that are going on. There's resources. I'm posting resources. I went live and showed them how to create digital worksheets outside of using Google Classroom. Or Google Forms, should I say. But you guys have an absolutely wonderful Monday. I will see you guys soon. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Bye, guys.